whenever I can go in moto and we can have heat and moto, you know. But we need people like Tater, who's also moto certed, so that we can have multiple motos on the road. Like, I understand if you're like, oh man, there's a lot of people getting trained moto and like it's literally taking up your life, but I don't see anyone ever training moto, so it's hard for me to believe that. Although I know it's probably true. Mr. Pistone.
Fucking meatball himself.
Going on, man?
No, just running my campaign. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
You know there's weight limits on these motorbikes, right?
Yeah, man. Good thing I'm only about 250 pounds. Here, let me get this. Let me get this inside. Ooh. How's the campaign going, man?
It's going absolutely fantastic.
Oh man, that's good, man. That's good. Heard your buddy
just trying to get shit in order and stuff like that.
Oh, gotcha. Heard your buddy broke out of prison last night, man.
Yep, and wait, who?
Zolo.
What did he go to prison for?
He got guilty on the attempted murder of a government employee.
Hey, listen.
On first degree murder, he was an accessory.
You did the crime. You got to do the time. You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to hear that from you. Listen, let's talk over here. Come over here.
A lot of people don't believe in me because of my past, Bustin. That's the problem.
I'm one of those people.
Especially. Yep.
Listen, I ain't gonna bullshit you, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna bullshit you. I don't trust you for a fucking second, okay? I've heard about the Vinny Pistone crime family. All right?
No. See, those are a bunch of individuals that claim to be Vinny Pistone crime family. See, me. Listen, I have a past, but you know what, Bustin?
So here's my thing.
Everybody has a past.
Here's my thing. What happens when one of your buddies get arrested for the same thing that he did? You know what I mean? You gonna get involved with that, with the law? You gonna,
like
as the mayor?
You do the crime, you do the time, my friend. It's that simple. I don't give a fuck if it's the goddamn Pope. I don't care if it's my mother or my father. You do the crime, you must do the time. It's that fucking simple.
You know, I think you'd be a good mayor if I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. It just worries me, your ties and relationships with certain individuals.
Listen, the biggest thing with me is I know how to separate family and business. That's the biggest thing that a lot of people don't know how to separate. And when it comes to especially a mayoral type of thing, that has to be all set aside because I have duties to attend to, which is the city. I need to do what's good for the city. And if that means I need to send my own family away for years or a lifetime sentence, hey, you got to do what you got to do because you got to protect the city and the law enforcement behind it.
See, that's the part I can't. I hear what you're saying.
Sir, not to interrupt, but I'm trying to listen to music over here in the car, and you're loud as fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. My apologies.
That's Tater. He's dealing with a lot right now.
Okay.
So, yeah. See, that's the part. You know what I mean? That's the only part I'm a little hesitant for. You know. It's hard to believe because here's me, right? Here's me. I've arrested my cousin. You know what I mean? I've arrested my brother. He's an alcoholic. I sat outside the bar, waited for him to leave. Then I arrested him, gave me a DUI. Anyways, you know, it's hard. I can understand when someone says that they're willing to put the city first. You know, I've done it. You know what I mean? I've done it. So I hope you're telling the truth, man. Because if I'm gonna be honest, go ahead.
The problem is a lot of people won't believe me within the PD, but I guess it's just I have to show, and hopefully I can get elected to show, and that's all I'm gonna have to do.
I mean, reality. I mean, what's gonna stop you other than getting caught doing a crime? I mean, no one running's even gonna come close to beating you. We all know that. A blind man can see that.
I mean, in all reality, let's be honest. Would I really put all this effort into something just to be corrupt like the piece of shit Ralph that we have right now? No, I want to see the city thrive. I want to see the city come together. My biggest thing I want to do too, on top of things, is do big city events, including PD, the civilians, instead of all this goddamn shooting that goes on, all the crime rate. I want that shit to drop and bring people more together than anything, and do stuff as a collective instead of people doing stuff within their own gangs. Gotcha.
What's your take on the amount of ownership your family has currently in the city?
What ownership do they have? What kind of ownership? They barely have anything. From my knowledge, I mean, like I really don't get into people's businesses either, so.
Gotcha.
The whole thing with the Chamber of Commerce, what I'm looking to do too on top of it is, number one, There needs to be up to 4 to 5 people that are going to be in those seats. So there's a collective vote. Businesses that are not active, I want to see them get evicted and shut down so new business can come to the city.
What about the last train? You know, that's a business that operating up there, wants to be in business, wants to sell food.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's a group of people that just are completely not allowing them to do so. You know, for me, if I saw that kind of stuff, these businesses, you know, like the last train, them not being able to be operational, if I saw that kind of stuff cease and stop happening, I'd feel safer with you as my mayor. You know,
well, personally, if these people are not stopping and continue doing what they're doing, they should be fucking brought in as a collective, to be honest.
Yeah, but me and you, we both know who those people are. And when I'm asking you right here, just listen to me.
I'm talking to you.
Okay. Well, wait. If you want to say that, let me move my bike. I think they're waiting on me to move my bike. Give me 1 second.
All right.
I'm coming. Sorry about that, monkey man.
I was just moving it because it's in the way.
Yeah, I know you ain't gonna do anything like that.
I would never.
I already billed you too, Bussin.
All right, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all so much. Sorry about that. Yeah, you know, listen. Let's just say might be some of your as you call family or friends or brothers. How about you just put a word in for me? You know, if you are actually going to be this non-biased mayor that I believe what you're saying, I really do, then me and you, we need to work together to a certain degree to be able to get these kind of things taken care of, right? Because all I want,
100%,
all I want is for people to be able to operate their businesses, not be influenced by gangs. And if they are influenced by gangs, come to a certain point where conversation needs to be had, and we got to, you know, either deal with it or put it behind us. But for right now, last train diner's been shut down for a week and some change, and, you know, I got individuals coming to me scared as fuck. You want me to read? Let me read you a text message from one of these guys, okay?
Okay.
I'll read you a text message. Funny enough, a buddy of mine who just died, I you know, Chadwick, rest in peace.
Wait, Trooper Chadwick?
Yeah, he died 2 days ago.
How did he die?
We got ambushed, and Mr. Pistone, we get shot at or involved in a shooting anywhere from 6 to 9 times in a day.
Jesus Christ,
so officers dying, this is not a new thing, okay? First it's Taffy, now it's Wig. Probably we have 5 officers in the ICU right now.
Excuse me?
Yeah, whenever individuals whoever the individuals were, your friends, not your friends, I got nothing, no basis. I'm not accusing anybody. Don't think that I am. But when a prison break happened, you know, right after Zolo got sentenced, not that those are aligned or anything, a group of individuals broke them out, and while breaking them out, they shot down anywhere from I think it was like 12 or 13 officers. 5 of those officers, including the commissioners, currently in the ICU on life support. So any of them could possibly die.
Colt, is it? I was supposed to have a meeting with him.
Yeah, he's in the ICU right now on life support.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, let me read this text message to you.
All right.
Read out. I'm a you know, not say a couple names, stuff like that. The last train diner is under attack by a gang called Chain Gang. They robbed me multiple times for thousands of dollars. They've threatened my life daily with calls and anonymous calls with numbers, shot me with the intent to kill multiple times, and kidnapped me on multiple different occasions. Every time I open up my shop, they try and kill me and don't allow me to operate the last train diner. This is a plea for help. I need something or somebody to help me. I'm not a gang member, nor am I a gang. I am a civilian who is trying to operate a diner, and I cannot do so with my life being threatened every day. I'm scared for my life. I know harassment and telling will continue. That is exactly why I need help. I want to get safety. That's all. A lot more was in that text message I'm not going to read out. But what I'm telling you this for is for hopefully maybe you'll have a conversation with these individuals, because as the mayor of this city, you are the gap, you are the connection between the gap that splits us as officers and civilians that are gang members. And I need you to talk to them about not doing this kind of stuff with businesses. I understand what happened to your boys. All right. I know the story. I get what happened. I get they feel like something's went down that wronged them. At the same time, there has to be a level before they decide to just say fuck it and to let the business operate, even when they do feel like they were wronged. Because there's people in the crossfires that aren't the people who wronged them that are getting absolutely obliterated and in fear for their life. And you're in a position, or will be.
I don't think civilians should be attacked like that, to be in all honesty.
I know you don't. That's why I'm talking to you. So have a conversation with him if you don't mind. Let me know so I can call this poor fucking civilian, poor soul, and let him know he can open up his doors again, because he is scared for his life. Terrified for his life.
I mean, I'll set a word out there and try to get a meeting going.
All right. Listen, you do things like this for me, man, and I'll make sure officers know on our side that maybe you aren't such a bad candidate.
Well, no, I'm even supposed to come down to like one of your shift meetings. I was supposed to come down the other day. That's why I was supposed to meet with Colt. So maybe I could come down today. But it seems like you guys are lacking numbers, because we have officers more in the ICU than being on active patrol, because they're getting constantly getting fucking shot at, which is bullshit.
Yeah, we're okay on numbers right now. I mean, we're talking about like 6 or 7 of us at the moment. That's pretty okay.
Plus, let me ask you a serious question here, Bustin. Right? How would you feel if I had a set budget for your guys' food?
See, I mean, that sounds pretty good. I don't really see.
Like, how would you feel if you never have to worry about spending your own money?
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about any of that, to be honest with you, Mr. Pistone. We get paid enough.
Reality, yeah, but I don't think you should be using your own money to buy your own vehicles, right? They should be part of the fleet, right? If you really think about it.
Yeah, but hear me out here. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I know other officers will foam at the mouth for that kind of stuff, that kind of talk.
See, you don't understand where I'm going with this, Bustin. The reason why I'm saying this is because I want to see the state come up with more money and have more influx of money, because we need to start hitting these people out there, especially these cringe racers and all these other people that have 8, 10, 15 cars, that when maintenance fees come, if maintenance fees could become a thing, they would have to pay a maintenance fee on their vehicles, their homes, anything they have.
Let me read you a couple things. I'm glad that you brought up money. Currently, right now, if you get charged with Grand Theft Auto, how much money do you think you're going to have to pay as a fine? You just stole a $600,000 to $700,000 vehicle. You just tried to steal it from someone's home, and you tried to, either scratch it and or deliver it to another individual, where that car is now gone from that individual for the rest of his life. How much money do you think it is if you get caught doing that?
So I could probably hear there's frustration in your voice. It's probably a very low number. I'm thinking anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000.
It's $1,500.
All right, that definitely should not be a thing.
All right, if you rob a bank, okay, or let's do this. If you rob a actually no, these are all pretty good. Your accessory is $2,500, but that's honestly not even that bad of a deal. Let me pull a different one up here.
How would you feel about on a GTA charge that's percentage on the car what it's valued at if they find the vehicle?
I mean, anything is better than that. You know what I mean? Like,
say if you want to take that big risk of robbing a $1 million vehicle, right? And if they recover that vehicle that you were caught in, you would have to pay 10% of that vehicle's value.
I mean, all that stuff, like, I'm in for that. See, when it comes to me, man, I don't want to see criminals sit in jail for hours and for months and for days. That's not what I'm in it for. But as much as you know as I know, when it comes to money, people have an unlimited supply of money. It's never good for the overall wellness of the city of Los Santos. And right now, unless you shoot a cop and or, rob somebody, and even when you're robbing them, it's not really like even reckless evading. You get caught reckless evading, it's $3 grand. You get charged more for reckless evading than you do for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, that's a little wonky. I think definitely these are things that I would definitely like to sit down with the commissioner and go over and see times fines and see, you know, maybe we could work on like bringing up fines, lessen time, stuff like that. Just, you know,
if
people realize
if you shoot somebody with a gun and get criminal use of a firearm, it's a $750 fine. If you have a firearm on your person, even though you're a felon, and you get charged with that, it is $2,000. Now, both of those are 10 months and 15 months. But again, I don't want to send people in for hours.
$27.50 total.
It's
feel
pennies.
Like that should be way higher. Yeah.
Way more, man.
Especially how the economy is, and it's literally unlimited amount of money for people in the city.
Agreed. I arrest people.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
What up, Nash?
Chillin'.
I'm just talking to Bustin. We're just trying to have some conversation.
Yeah, I mean, get the fuck out of here, Nash.
What the fuck?
I'm talking to the future mayor about
campaign manager. How about you relax?
Yeah, but I'm talking to him about, you know, stuff I want him to do. You're a fucking hardened 9-time littering criminal. You know what I mean? I don't trust you.
The only thing I got on my record is littering, you fat bastard.
I don't think Nash is a criminal, if you ask me. I think he's probably one of the cleanest people I know.
Yeah, probably. I'm just giving him a hard time because he throws rappers outside his window.
All I know is that he has to go back to the fucking store to go get a new shirt because he has holes everywhere in his shirt.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, if you went into the aisles of one, you would be, because you have to put a shirt underneath that, pal.
Yep.
But anyways, going back to what we were talking about.
Right?
Back to what we were talking about. My biggest thing is I don't care about, you know, the cars and stuff for PD, none of that. I just want, whenever it gets a little too reckless by different gangs, your gang that you are family with, that you don't associate to be a gang member of, which I understand, or other gangs or stuff, whenever it becomes one of those things, like, for example, we have multiple gangs in the city that shoot at cops all day long. We had 7 cops get shot earlier today. We need somebody to go talk to them that doesn't have a badge on. They ain't gonna listen to me to a certain degree. They'll listen to the mayor.
Community outreach?
I've done community outreach with being the head of the GIU. That's like my #1 thing. I have conversations and, you know, call phone numbers of every leader of pretty much every gang out there. But again, I have a badge on. There's a difference between having a badge and being a mayor.
I mean, that's something that I could definitely do if I go into office 100%, yeah.
I know you can. And that's why I've been thinking about it, you know, and I think that having you in office isn't that bad of a thing. But at the same time, I'm less concerned about you and more concerned about what you can do for the ones around you. And like you said, if that's not something that's on your plate and that's not something that, you know, you're not going to be doing that, I feel 100% more confident in having you in office.
No, because that's two separate worlds. That's something you don't do. It's that simple.
Well, I'm happy to hear you say that, Mr. Pistone. This is what I'll do. I'm gonna get off your back. I had a couple things pinned in with your name on it. I'll throw them all in the trash. But I'm gonna take your word for it, man.
That's all fine. I mean, there's a lot of people that feel that way that are officers, but you know, once you hear me out and know my goals and where I'm trying to move forward, you know, I hope I can change people's minds. That's why I'm looking to go to the shift change meeting and just talk with them.
I hear that. Well, let me see what's going on. Let me see how people feel about that. If I can get it set up for you, I'll give you a call. All right?
Cam talking
all
about
right, sounds good.
Like,
all right.
Shit about like going on strike or something like that.
Later, fellas.